Hello, Leo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, does not cost you anything to subscribe. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we've got the Emperor to start us off. This is very good. This is strong, assertive energy. Okay. This feels to me right away that you have a responsibility right now. There's something that you're taking charge of. Okay. There's something that you are in a position of overseeing, something that you are responsible for, something the decisions of which rest on your shoulders. Yeah. It feels like it's a heavy responsibility, but it makes me feel like the rewards are going to be very great as well, right? Let's put this into some context. Let's see what is going on and what it's leading to, and any other details that Spirit wants to share with us. Oh, look at that Ace of Cups. Well, that's a pretty good one. I think this is a jackpot of sorts. This is really feeling like you're hitting the spiritual lottery here, because this is really the source of all love and joy and bliss and hope and healing. This, whatever situation you're in, whatever you are in charge of, has a very deep meaning for you. Okay, it's a very significant thing in your life. It's not just business. I was going to say, here's the Three of Pentacles. It's business, but it's not just business. The reason why you are going to be so successful doing this is because you care. It's because you care. And there's a sense of responsibility here to someone, and I feel this Queen of Cups might be talking about an older female energy in your life. Could be a maternal energy. It could be an older sister. It could be mom, grandma. It could be an older cousin. But I feel as if there's something going on here. If we're doing something for this person or with this person. Let's see what else we've got. A Five of Wands and a Six of Cups. This is something that is going to improve the life of everybody involved. Okay. This is something that is meant to alleviate suffering. Now, I don't know if you are... if you're doing something that is going to allow you to give this person, we can say mom or grandma, allowing you to give them a better life or to improve their situation in some way, or just that feeling of satisfaction to be able to give back to, the people that took care of us, or to be able to take care of our families, that sort of thing. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. We've got a Seven of Wands, so we got a 5, we got a 7. We've got a Four of Cups in the environment. And we've got a 10 of Swords, but a 9 of Pentacles. Yes, with the Pentacles here, I feel like you really are winning big this week, okay? I feel as if this is going to have tremendous physical, financial success to it. Whatever it is, it's going to work in the kind of the logical way. Success that you are hoping for, you're going to get. There's also this underlying kind of water energy, you know? And so I think there really is some sort of healing involved. And I don't know if, I don't know if you're starting some sort of a business that's related to healing or healthcare or well-being, some sort of a holistic acupuncture or Reiki or crystal healing. Or if you're doing something like massage therapy. It's something that, to me, feels kind of hands-on, and it feels like it is meant to improve the lives of others. But I think that there is also, obviously, this business component where you want to make money. You want to be successful, right? You want to be able to pay the bills and then some. And I feel like this week, a lot of this stuff is coming together. Okay, we see a lot of this really good energy with the, we've got really good earth energy. We've got the really good water energy. Now, the Four of Cups in the environment makes me feel as if there is someone that is in need of healing. Okay, and maybe there is one particular person. Maybe this is not, maybe we're not talking about mom or grandma here. Maybe we're talking about kind of everybody. Everybody's mom and grandma, you know? And the idea that what you're doing is geared toward healing everybody. Yeah. Because we see the Four of Cups in the position of the environment, it tells me that the work that you're doing is geared toward the environment, you know, toward everyone out there. So it's something that it's giving back to people in some way. Okay, whatever work you're doing, maybe you're retired, this is your new vocation. Yeah, this is something that you feel very strongly about. There's that business component to it. You got to be organized and pay the bills, and you got to, you know, schedule things and do all that kind of administrative stuff. But this is really something that you feel coming from your heart. Yeah. And with that Nine of Pentacles at the end, this is you kind of doing your dream job, it feels like. Okay, feels like your dream job. I think that you've been struggling for a long time. Five of Wands up here at the top. You've been fighting to do your dream job for a long time. If ever there was a dream job, right? I feel like this is it. Yeah, I feel like this is it. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we are just going to set it down over here. We're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right there on top. Happy little Bob. Right next to slightly larger Bob Ross. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together. All right. It's going to give us our confirmation. Okay. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. We're going to do it together. It's going to be a group exercise. Okay. Now, Spirit's telling me that you kind of have an issue with being a little too honest sometimes, right? Sometimes you kind of, you let that honesty come out even when, whoops, maybe I shouldn't have said that, right? We got a 10 of Swords over here in this position. This is the obstacle. This is the difficulty. And whatever you're doing now, it's very important that you try to rein that in. Not every situation is going to call for your absolute blunt honesty, all right? I mean, it's a very good problem to have, right? You're a very honest person, and you kind of say what you're feeling. We need a little bit of tact, a little bit of strategy to kind of to reel that in. You got to be able to finesse things a little bit in whatever industry you're in. And that seems to be the one kind of obstacle in the way of getting that Nine of Pentacles. This is great good fortune and success. This is fortune and glory, right? This is also, I think, part of the healing aspect. We've got the Four of Cups. Well, we've got an Ace. We've got a 4 and a 6. Of course, it all comes from the depths of this Queen of Cups. Now, this might be still that mother energy, because Spirit's still telling me that there's a mother energy coming through. Maybe mom has passed. Maybe mom was a big inspiration for you. Maybe mom had some health issues that kind of like you had a lot of experience dealing with those with her, and now it inspired you to kind of move into some sort of health-related, health-adjacent field in your own life, perhaps something like that. I'm kind of feeling, yeah. But I feel like mom was your biggest supporter, and for some of you, I think mom has passed. I think that's why that energy is kind of trying to get through. To say that not only was mom the inspiration, but mom is kind of your biggest supporter, you know. And for those of you whose mom has passed, mom's still here. Mom's still here watching what you're doing, and to me feels like a big smile on her face, right? Was she known for her really big smile? Or she had a really beautiful smile, like noticeably a really intense smile, yeah? Because I feel a really, really big smile at what you're doing, and she's very proud of you. And she wants you to be proud of yourself, and I think that's really part of this Emperor and Five of Wands energy that we have here. Don't get discouraged. Things are not always going to be smooth sailing. But this week, though, this week, I think you're going to be winning big. We have to remember that the Five of Wands is the knob on the stove, right? Doesn't always have to be cranked up to 10. I think that I think that you have a good control over this. You know how to use the stove, right? Emerald Lagasse would be proud of you. Love Emerald Lagasse. I heard that he's a fan of the show, that he watches his signs on the show here. Heard that from a friend. You have control over how much effort, how much force to give things. You know when to kind of dial it back. You know when to push, and you know when to just let things flow. You know, and I think that this is the key to your success. Knowing where to go, knowing whether it needs to boil, or things need to simmer, or things need to be kind of, nice medium-high heat. And I think that you're really able to go from 5 to 7 pretty easily. Now, the 7 really is when you need to kick it up a notch, right, as Emerald would say. You need to kick it up a notch. The 5's not enough. You got to increase it a little bit, because your effort is in proportion to the challenge. You know those people, and we've all been there, where you're putting way too much exertion into something that doesn't need it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like using all of your muscles to lift a little, feather, a little paper bag, We're overexerting ourselves in all of these little tasks that really don't need that much effort. There's a law of the conservation of energy. I think you've discovered that in a spiritual sense, in a physical sense, really, in a very real way, too. Where you know the right amount of effort to take care of what needs to be done. And remember, when there are these things that look heavy, and you're about to pick it up, and you expect it to be heavy, and then you kind of, it just kind of jumped off the table because you were using so much more effort than it needed. That's what I'm talking about. We've all had moments like that, where we kind of, we're anticipating the weight of something, and we're way wrong, and it's light as a feather, but we use all this force to pick it up. It's the same thing energetically, spiritually, creatively, and physically in this work that you're doing. You know the right amount of pressure. And that kind of also leads me back to the massage therapy thing. Or something with the hands. It could be acupressure. It could be even Reiki, right? It could be anything like this, where there's you have to be sensitive to the degrees of force, of energy, right, that you're using. Yeah, on all levels, physical level, energetic, creative, the healing level. Okay. And of course, the Emperor energy right here in the middle. Sometimes sometimes you have a temper. All right. Spirit's telling me the temper. There's a temper here. And I think that it's not really an issue right now, because I feel like you've learned how to control it. Again, with that 5 of Wands. You've learned when it's useful and how much to give, and when it's not useful and when to just let it flow. And that really is a kind of self-control, a self-mastery. I wouldn't be surprised if our mystery card was your power card, the strength card. Because you know you have this ability to really just kind of rage, right? But we're in control of it. Yeah. You have become an excellent leader. I think a born leader, really. And I feel like it's all paying off this week. I think this is big, right? Really big success here. And I don't know, with the 3 of Pentacles, I don't know if there's a certain transaction that you're waiting for, or if there's a grand opening happening, or if you're just starting the business, but there's something new that is about to happen that's going to be this, it's going to be cause for celebration. So I don't know if it's a big kind of, a big accomplishment that you've been waiting for, a big moment, a big milestone, or if it's like opening day, grand opening, or if maybe we're waiting for the loan to come in, or there's something. It doesn't feel like this is the absolute beginning of your work. It feels like you've been working on this for a long time, but this week, that big thing that you've been waiting for, that kind of seals the deal or gives you that big win that you need. That's what's happening this week. Okay, this isn't like just the beginning of your path. You're kind of in the middle of it already. This is the week where that big thing happens that I think is the big thing that you've been waiting for, right? And it feels like it's something transactional. So it could be a loan, it could be that grand opening, it could be that finally like opening the doors to the physical location, or it could be graduating this massage therapy school, or the day you start your new job, right? Or whatever it might be, the day that your website goes up advertising your services, or whatever it is. Yeah. But it's kind of like the door. Now, this is where everything starts to get off the ground. Because the Three of Pentacles kind of looks like one of those drones, with the fans on it. And as long as every fan is spinning at the right speed, this thing's going to rise off the ground in just perfect harmony, right? In perfect, calm, smooth balance. If anything's off kilter, things just going to flop over, right? It's going to just go sideways. So you know exactly the right RPMs for each of these fans. Everything has to be spinning just right. Like you're spinning plates too, you know what I mean? Everything needs its attention here to keep everything going at the right speed. So I think you're really attentive right now. You really have your eye on a lot of different things. Yeah. And it's really paying off. This is extraordinary. The Ace of Cups, of course, is it's that holy grail that you feel in your heart. It's your desire to do this. And I feel like for some reason it's like this desire to heal. Yeah. And I don't know why I'm feeling lung thing. I don't know if Mom had something with the lungs. Maybe you're teaching some kind of meditation or some kind of like breathing exercises or something like that. Because there's like an airflow. There's an airflow thing that I'm feeling. Yeah. And I don't know what that is exactly. But the Ace of Cups is the wellspring of this love in you. Okay? Not only the love for Mom or Grandma, but the love for everyone. For everyone's mom and grandma, really having this spiritual desire, this soul desire to do this kind of work, whatever it is you're doing, okay? And the Six of Cups in the future position is really extraordinary. It is the coming together of that healing. It's that harmony. It's it's a sense of community, a sense of family. It's a sense of kind of like this healing in groups kind of thing, right? Because especially when we have a three. When we have a three, we kind of think, well, where's the other half? Where's the mirror image of that three? The three is internal, and then we need a three external. We get the six. So to me, the sixes are about connection and how it is through our connections, our group collective kind of healing, that we're really able to weather the storms. You see this, all these cups are connected, but actually they're lamps, All of these lamps are connected, but in the background, it looks like the sky's getting kind of dark. There's clouds rolling in. The sea's getting a little choppy. But we're all connected. And this is the card to me that really says we're all in this together. And together as a collective, as a healing collective, a collective that's in the process of healing, of getting stronger, of always moving toward our purpose, getting better and better every day, right, collectively, that we're able to weather any storm. We can get through anything together, right? I know it sounds cliche or whatever, but that's really the feeling I get with this card. And I think this is taking place in your life. And I don't know if it's family or friends or if it's just your kind of business associates or coworkers or your employees. But I feel there's this sense of connection and community. And it is this feeling like we can get through this. We can really succeed if we all do it together. This is also about you kind of healing the world, healing the community. So whatever you're doing is meant in that capacity. Okay? Now let's talk about the path of the serpent here. And as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost you anything. And it helps out the channel, and I appreciate that. So thank you. The Seven of Wands here. in some way I'm feeling with this card that you need healing too. That we have all of this kind of need to give out, to heal others, to do this work and to heal the world, heal the community. And by doing that, I think you're also healing yourself. It's that mirror image connection that we're talking about with the 6 and everything. I feel like you need that too, right? So this card sometimes reminds us to take care of ourselves, right? It could be that you've been experiencing a lot of fatigue lately. Is that right? Spirit's telling me that there's kind of this vitality that kind of comes and goes with you. And I think you've been putting in a lot of effort in this project, this business, this work that you do, this passion project, whatever it might be. You've been putting in a lot of effort, but I think some days you feel very vibrant and vital. Other days you feel like, I need to stay in bed, right? I kind of have this headache feeling. It's kind of a neck, back ache. It's just generally right down the central column of your body. A lot of this tiredness and fatigue and just kind of aches and pains, where we just feel like we need a good massage, maybe, right? So as much as this energy is going out from you to heal others, bring some of it in too. Okay? You can't really give yourself a massage, Like you need to accept the healing that's coming in from around you as well, both spiritually, emotionally, and I think physically too. I think you're experiencing these acute bouts of fatigue. Yeah, I'm not a doctor. This isn't a medical reading. If you're concerned, go see a professional. I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know, okay? And I know that you feel this kind of fatigue that feels like it comes in waves. Yeah, I feel the wave kind of thing from it. And I think that this is getting better as you learn to control your intensity and your fire energy, because you're able to turn it down a little bit and allow the tension to leave your body, allow yourself to relax, right? You got to get the massage. You got to work it out of the muscles and stuff too. Yeah. This card is also saying that you are ready for the next challenge and you are expecting challenges. You're not ignorant and blind to that fact that while this week, I think you're winning big this week. I really do. You know that there are going to be challenges again. Right? And this is kind of our preparedness. This is us ready for the next challenge. Okay? And this is a good state to be in, but you also have to remember this state of kind of relaxation. And that kind of talks about the 4 too. Or it brings up the idea of the 4 of Cups, and this is in the position of the environment. And this is kind of, it's getting a little bit risky here if you're giving out too much of your energy but you're not taking enough in. There's a bit of an imbalance that's going to be taking place here. And, we see that there is also the dark clouds and the choppy waters in the background here. And I feel like this is kind of, this is a ship that's not really ready for all those storms. So we need to be sure that we take care of our bodies. Okay. And our minds and our hearts and all of this too. The four of Cups in the position of the environment, I'm also getting this feeling that you're helping other people find their way. What does that mean? I don't know if this is part of your work or your business, but I feel like you helped somebody find their way. The Spirit's telling me that, verbatim. You helped somebody find their way. And I don't know if it's meant in an abstract sense or if it means that you kind of gave somebody directions recently, But to me, it feels that you help somebody kind of get their life back on track. And maybe that is part of this work that you're doing. Yeah. The 10 of Swords is kind of, this is the funny thing here, because this is the only Swords card we have. It's kind of odd, really, to only have one. It's a big one. It's a 10, obviously. You're very outspoken. Very outspoken. You've got what people might say a mouth on you, but you're honest, and people love that about you. Okay, and this mom figure that's coming through, I think they were very honest too. I think that's where you got it from, and you learned, I think, from a very young age that honesty is the best policy. And now when we take this honesty and we combine it with this fire energy, we might end up pissing some people off, you know? So we've got to learn how to kind of temper our speech, right? We've got to learn how to say things in a way that is gentle and healing and helpful. And so it makes me wonder if you're even doing some sort of motivational work or counseling work. Maybe that's the healing we're doing. That would be helping people find their way. And that would be kind of healing people as a group and healing the community and giving back to the world, healing the world. It might be something like that. And I think you have a very interesting mix of gentle communication and gentle kind of guidance, but then also that firmness, that fire energy. You're a good mix of fire and water right now. Yeah, good mix of fire and water. And I think that's why we've got the 10 of Swords here, because what we don't want is to upset that very delicate balance between fire and water in the work that you're doing. One way or a little bit too much one way or the other, and it might ruin this thing that you're doing. So I feel like that really, it is like a tightrope that you're walking between the calm, gentle, loving, healing water energy, and then also the very firm, blunt, and honest, fire energy. And so we're learning how to do that very, very delicately, right? And of course, we're leading right into a 9 of Pentacles. This is healing. This is the return of a healing energy, right? This is gain. This is something coming back to us. So we are, people that have lost something are getting it back. If you have lost something, you're getting it back, right? This is also the card that is you living your best life. This is the card of a lot of increase coming to you. So whatever this is succeeding. And I think it's going to feel really, really good. I see a lot of people really valuing what you do and wanting to secure your time, to pay you to help them, so to speak. Yeah. A lot of people want access, and they want to secure that access to you because of what you do and because of how you do it. Okay. Now let's look at that mystery card. Let's see what that is. See what is going on here. Thank you, Bob, and thank you, Bob. Well, it's interesting that we only had the one major arcana card, that Emperor energy. That's some real boss energy. I feel like we need the Empress. We need the other side of that, That's going to be my prediction. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments, and well, let's just see what we have. Oh, we've got a 7 of Cups. Interesting. Because this confirms what we were talking about, helping people find their way. These are a lot of options here, And maybe this is also speaking of you, and maybe it goes back to this mom figure. I'm getting a T for their name. I don't know, Teresa, something like this. Tammy, I don't know. I feel like at one point in life, you didn't really know your way either. And somebody helped you find your way. And now you know your way. And now that way is clear. You have a pure heart, and there's no doubt. There are no questions. So somebody helped you. I feel like you're giving back. This is a lot. This is sometimes addiction. Maybe you're even doing some sort of addiction counseling. This is really, a lot of things are in front of us. We don't know which one to choose. We don't know which one is the right one. It is like Indiana Jones and the my mind's drawn. What was the name of the third movie? I don't even remember now. The Holy Grail one. There are all these different cups down in the catacombs, and which one's the Holy Grail? And he's got to pick the right one, and he does. Spoiler alert. But this is kind of that idea. There are just so many options. How do we know which one is really right for us? Which one to follow and which one to pursue? I think this is what you're helping others figure out. And somebody has helped you figure this out. Anyway, I love this energy for you. We're going to do an extended reading. Click on the link in the corner. There's one at the end of the video. There's one down beneath the video in the video description. New readings for Leo every Tuesday and Saturday, 6 a.m. Chicago time, but I am here every day, 6 a.m. Chicago time. Come back, see me tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, and then I can send you notifications when new videos come out. All right. Leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you. And we're all in this together.